Hey folks, welcome back to Jerome Bee Farm and Homestead. It is June 10th, 2022, and this is the second video I want to shoot today. If I get to it, if I survive the first one through this heat, we're going to get over and check out those nucs that I had all the problems with, and had the one that was balling the queen, and I did the switcheroo on two of them and put the virgin queen that they were killing down in the one on the end. So I did check the one on the end yesterday, and I could see signs that it was getting taken over by pests. I saw ants on it and no bees in the front. So popped the top, no bees in there. So I shut that one down. And so yeah, that number 33 is gone, and it was getting infested with small hive beetle larvae. So I just laid those frames out so they would bake in the sun, which is a good day for that. It is really, really hot today. 90 degrees and about 65% humidity. See, I got my FlexiFreeze vest on, help keep me cool. This is only good for about 90 minutes. And at that point, you should get it off because it's just blocking the airflow, which there's no air. It's not blowing at all. It is dead calm, which is very strange for around here. So yeah, let's get in and inspect those nucs and see what we find. Man, I don't know what, I have no idea. So the problem's been getting good mated queens in there. So I've been winding up with drone layers. And the one that had appeared to have a good laying queen, the first one, I think, that's the one that was killing the queen in there, and I couldn't find another queen. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. So let's get in there and check out these three nucs real quick, and then figure out what we'll do with them if they're not any good. So let's get started. Okay, I made it through that other video, and I'm not too terribly hot. Back here in the shade, it's not bad. If you're out of the sun, it's tolerable. So here's our four nucs. So the one on the right hand side is empty. The queen that I pulled out of this one or that one, I don't remember which, that was getting killed, I put her over there, and I checked it yesterday because I saw ants on it and no bees on the front, and so that's a sign it's failing. So I opened it up, there was 0 bees in it, and I moved the frames over to another hive that needed them, and there were three frames that had small hive beetle larvae, and I laid them out on this where they get hot, and they crawled out on that hot tin, and they didn't make it. It's a shame. They look like Russians that were attacking Ukraine. Didn't make it. So I used one of those frames in the prior video, but yeah, they got some drone brood in them, and bees will clean that up, or I just tear them apart. That one there is natural comb. I'm just going to take it out. Just going to cut that out of there. Throw it away. It's not worth keeping. All right, let's get in our first hive over here. Let me go get my notes so I can tell you what's exactly in each one before we go in. 30 is the one that looked queen right. It had good worker brood in it. There was not a drone laying queen. It looked good. And then I got into like the third frame, and they were killing a queen in there. And I did not find another queen. So we need to make sure that other queen is in here. Yeah, this deal on this hive was crazy. You know, I expected to see another queen, but I didn't. They're a little upset, so I'm gonna give them just a little smoke after I get the stinger out of my glove. Left my J-hook tool down at the other end. See if we can get her out of here. So I believe this is about the same. This is a nectar frame. Neighbor's running a weed eater. If you're wondering what that annoying sound is. So here's our brood frame. worker brood, and this was not a donor frame. This is original worker brood. And we got a queen cell right here. There appears to be a queen in it. I don't have my light down here with me right now. So that would make sense if they were queenless. Although that's in a swarm cell like position, I believe it's a emergency or a supersedure queen. Plenty of population in here. So this, if I gave this hive a donor frame, which I don't remember if I did or not, if it looked queen right, I wouldn't have, but so this may have been a donor frame, and it's emerged in the middle, working its way out, and they're backfilling with nectar. There's nothing laying in here. Same thing on this side. I'm looking for a queen. No queen cups. Gosh, if there's a queen in here, she ought to be right here. Working this frame over. One of these frames, I remember I said there were fresh eggs on each side, so I figured they would pull an emergency queen off of those if they needed to. But it looks like maybe down here. No. I thought maybe there's, well, wait a minute. Right here. There's two queen cells right there they made. Oh, there's another one. Right here. These two are right there. And the other one's right there. Oh, there's another one up here. Right here. So that's one of those fresh eggs. And so are these. Because this had been laid up. But they didn't pull any from up here. They pulled them right down there. Okay. Finally something makes sense with this hive. They are queenless. And they're making one. Why they didn't like that other one, I have no idea. Because she laid all this up. She must have talked bad to them. She said, let them eat cake or something like that. Yeah, I'm not worried about finding a queen now so much. Because likely I won't. Okay, let's put this back together. Get on to the next hive. We don't need to bother them for at least a week. Really 2 weeks. I would expect to see a laying queen for maybe 3. I thought since that other box, you know, down on the end was empty, maybe that queen came back. Nope. All right, let's get to 31, I think, right? Okay, 31. Looking like it's a drone layer. Later on, I don't know if I made a video, but I did find a queen in there, and I marked her. So I think this queen is bad. She's not mated properly. I really need that J-hook tool. Okay. Yeah. See how much easier that makes it for that first frame. Empty. Nectar. No queen. Now the guy back behind me is running his weed eater. Must be weed eater night. Got a few cells right here capped. Now before I saw those, and I thought they were workers. Those are drones. They stick up. Here's our yellow marked queen on top of a heap of drones. Wife's home. So our queen's still here. Well, one thing I like about the yellow, it really stands out. Yeah, and this here's. So it's too late to really do anything with this hive this evening, but all this is drones. I could pull her out and they'd make an emergency queen cell, but all of her eggs are unfertilized, so I could go try and steal a queen cell from that prior video from Hive 18 and a split to number 6. I hate to mess with them though. I need them both to be successful. These are just extras. These are bonus hives. They're not in the lineup of 30. Well, I guess that one is. All right, last one. So 32, it had a queen cell up on the side in the middle of a frame, and I couldn't find a queen. And last I looked, that queen cell was open. So she went somewheres. Wow. Population looks a little light. I'd like to see a few more bees than that in a 5-frame nuke. Nectar, no queen. Pollen bee bred, nectar, no queen. If I do find a queen, she's probably, well, she might be mated, but I don't think she'll be laying yet. But hopefully that cell made us a nice queen and she's made it back. Now, this doesn't look like a laying type frame. It's full of nectar, bee bread, pollen. Bee bread is just pollen that's had nectar packed into it. Looks like I smashed a bunch of bees on top when I put the lid on last. Same thing on this side. I wouldn't expect to see a queen hanging out here unless she's just out roaming around. I'll clean up that top here when I get done. Here's our queen cell that had opened. Right here. There were some down here, and I think they were already open. Well, there's one that's not open yet, but that's too old. There would not be, there's too many days. So if there's a queen in there, she's not living. If there was a queen in there trying to get out, they'd be all up over it, crawling around, and they're not. Do not see a queen. They're messing with the little cup right here, and there's some white in there, but I don't have my flashlight to see if there's a larva. Usually when there's white, there's a larva in there. So this one had some cells as well. So they act like this one may have a queen. I think it's too long. I think a queen is like 17, 19 days. Sorry if you can't see that. It's killing my back. What was that? So these other cells you see that are open, they were already open. I think there's a queen in that little cup right there. Well, maybe they found some eggs to make a queen with from the very first one. This next frame is just going to be a lot of honey. Try not to do that this time. These nuc lids, sometimes they fit so snug. Okay, so has a chance. I don't think it has a chance. I think that queen is bad, the yellow marked one, and has a chance. The reason I say these two have a chance is because there's some queen cells in there. So I think this one is probably more likely and that one is less. So I think some of those are just old ones that I don't think they're viable, but we'll see. We shall see. So man, I've had the hardest time with nucs this year. I don't know what the deal is. So this is like 2020. 2020, I had the hardest time getting queens back mated, but it was a really good honey year. 2020 was like the 730 pound year. And yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. That's the end of the video. Hope it was informational. Give me a thumbs up and we'll catch you on the next beekeeping video. Y'all take care.